Good morning. It is day 7, I think. I should probably look at the day before at the beginning of the day so I know what the heck day it is. We just left around the Bend Hostel. We got there last night and of course they didn't have any rooms or any beds available. So we had to camp just outside there and terrible spot. I rolled into the door of my tent pretty much all night long. Not even rolled. I slid. So I got a good solid 4.5 hours of sleep. We are we're going to be crossing into North Carolina today. And then we're going to camp at, I forgot what I can't think what the shelter's name is now. But it's just a little over the border. So I think we'll do like 12 miles today. So yeah, we're back hiking alone right now. Was just a little behind my dad earlier, but I stopped and ate a handful of goldfish, and he got a bit ahead of me now, so probably end up being alone most of the day, but we'll see. I made it to the state line, officially in North Carolina. Made it to North Carolina. Got across the line. There you go. Good morning. It is morning of day 8, I'm pretty sure. Finally got like 8 hours of sleep last night. Still wasn't great sleep, but it was at least 8 hours. It's the most I've gotten in probably a week and a half. So yeah, we left that Muskrat Creek shelter this morning. By we, I mean me, because my dad left me early because I was dilly-dallying. But We left Muskrat Creek this morning, and gonna go like 12, I think it's 12.4, I don't know, about 12.5 to whatever the next shelter is, Carter something, I think. Last night was the highest elevation we had stayed at. It was like 4,500 foot, and it was cold. Good morning. It is day 9. So it started raining last night at like 5 o'clock, right about when I was going to cook dinner. So I cooked dinner while sitting in my tent for the first time yesterday, and I didn't burn my tent down. So that was nice. And then, I don't know, it kind of started and stopped raining a few times in the evening. But I pretty much just stayed in my tent. And about the time it got dark, it really kind of started raining again. And I think it kind of rained all night long. Couldn't really tell you. I actually slept some last night, so that was nice. Again. So yeah, it was chilly. I think it's only supposed to be like 50 degrees today. But so yeah, that was chilly. Putting my tent, packing my tent up and everything because it's wet and I'm cold, and then I started hiking in my fleece and my rain jacket because it was so cold just standing there at camp, and pretty quickly I had to shed those layers. But now I'm cold again because the sun went behind the clouds, so I might have to get my rain jacket back out. Looks like we're kind of up on a bit of like a ridge today, so there's been some great views so far.
like there was a bunch more. Howdy, howdy. Hey, guys. Oh, yeah. See, I thought I heard you away.
I found trail magic today.
But like what I'll do is I'll hike and then I'll hike to like he was gonna be there until his wife came.
Good morning. It is day 10, maybe? I should really pay attention to that a little bit more. Just leaving the campsite this morning. So yesterday we hit the 100-mile mark. While we're up there, there's a guy just sitting up there and talking to us and stuff. And I think my dad had talked to him for a little while. And my dad decides to go ahead and take off. And it had to have been like right after my dad left. He's like, hey, this guy's like, hey, I got trail magic back at my van. It's just down this Blue Blaze trail. And lists off, you know, how he's got fruit and pops and chips and, you know, everything that's delicious. And so I told the guys I was with that if they were going, I'd go, because I wasn't getting lured into a van, but I promised the candy today. And so we go over there and didn't get kidnapped, and I've never been more excited to have a banana and an apple before in my life. And so we hung around there for a little bit. The guy's name was Snoopy. So thanks, Snoopy, for giving us that trail magic. So after that trail magic with Snoopy, we pushed on to the shelter. And when we got there, my dad wasn't there. And the shelter was really small. And it was in like a valley or gap or whatever, a hole in the ground. And so there were very few tent sites in general, and I think there was one level one. And when we got there, some people had told us about trail magic that was just ahead of the road crossing for that gap. And they didn't really say what. So we just figured it was more of the same thing and didn't worry about it too much. But then my dad showed up and said they had tacos. So it was like 0.2 away. And I nearly jogged there the whole time. But once we got there, we found a couple of stealth spots. just kind of down the parking lot a little bit. And went and camped there for the night. So this morning we are heading just like 4 miles into town, into Franklin. And then we got a hostel there tonight. We'll get resupplied and everything. And I'm dying of heat because I have my smart wool on and my fleece because it was freezing cold, like 35 degrees last night. And I didn't want to get out of bed. And I convinced myself it was cold even though I knew it wouldn't be. Once I got hiking. And now I'm sweaty. So I probably should peel this off, but everything's getting washed here soon, so that'll be nice.